So welcome everyone to our first Kuneco of 2022. I'm Adriana, and it's so great to have everyone here with us for this all hands, all community call across the world. So we can advance the next slide. We're all here because we care about Celo's mission to build a financial system that creates the conditions of prosperity for everyone. And Kuneco is an opportunity to come together in togetherness to celebrate our wins and see what's happening around the ecosystem so folks can get involved and we can celebrate all of our success towards that mission. So we have a great full packed agenda for today. We're going to start out with some project updates of projects you may already know about and kind of where they are right now in their roadmap and what's to come, as well as new project launches. We have new projects launching, every week it feels like. And so we're doing our best to spotlight those as they come live so that you can hear about all the great things that are happening. We also have some community spotlights around some different topics, doing some deep dives, some community announcements, and Renee is going to pop in for a very special announcement at the end, so please stick around. You're not going to want to miss that. And also our monthly Community Builder Award winner. We have a winner announcement that we want to share with everyone and celebrate. So with that, let us get started with some project updates. I want to invite Silas up to the stage with Valora. If you want to join, welcome Silas. So great to have you here.
Hey folks.
Welcome. Here. Welcome.
Sorry, what was that?
How are you today?
Good. I'm doing great. I'm going to share two updates on behalf of the Valora team. So if we go to the next slide, please. And the one after this. So I am excited to share an upcoming feature that Valora is launching, the in-app dApps page. So Valora is often a person's introduction to crypto and blockchain technologies, and they frequently come back to Valora as their jumping off point to the broader Celo ecosystem. We have hundreds of thousands of users across a bunch of different countries, and we think that a curated in-app list of dApps will continue to help users explore the broader Celo ecosystem from their mobile device and leverage their crypto in valuable and interesting ways. You can see a little preview of what the dApps page will look like over on the right here. And so my second update that I'm very excited about, which is on the next slide, is the dApp bake-off. Valora is going to sponsor a contest for builders to feature their dApps in the dApps page. And so you can see, if you choose to participate over on the right, how your dApp might be featured on Valora's dApps page. If you do participate, you'll get exposed to potentially thousands of new users. There'll be multiple categories for winners, and of course prizes associated with those categories, cash prizes, and also if you are one of the winners, we will continue to feature your dApp on the dApps page once the contest concludes. And then lastly, we are going to collect analytic data set for the duration of the contest, which is going to run for 30 days. We'll anonymize it and then release it to the community with the hope that it'll be useful for builders to find opportunities to serve Celo users better. And so on the next slide, the contest is coming up. So I want to do a quick overview of the timeline. So submissions will open on February 1st. And they'll be open for 2 weeks, concluding on February 15th. The Valora team might have some feedback, small things to change in your dApp in order to be eligible for the contest. So the last day to address that feedback will be February 28th. And then the contest will run, so it'll be live to Valora users starting on March 4th, and then concluding on April 4th. And on April 4th, we'll share an overview of the results and announce the winners and award prizes. And so lastly, last slide, wanted to encourage anyone thinking about participating to check out the requirements as soon as possible. Have a link to an overview of the dApp bake-off, including the requirements there. And then also wanted to call folks' attention to the bake-off channel, which is on the Valora Discord server. So feel free to pop in there and ask questions. So that's all I have. Thanks, everyone. Hope to see everyone's DApp in the bake-off. And with that, I'll hand off to Deepak from Kresko.
Just gonna wait a moment to bring the slides back on. Hey, Deepak. Okay, you're having some video issues. We can also come back to you if you want to take a moment. Okay. Well, oh, okay. Hey, Deepak, welcome.
Hey, Adriana, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you fine. Thanks for joining.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. Little hiccup here, but got it.
No worries. I'm just gonna wait a second to bring the slides back up here. See. Yeah, Carrie, if you can bring the slides back up, that would be great.
I can talk while we wait. Oh, there you go.
Here we are.
So let's stay on this slide for a minute. So we are updating our, let's go back to our slide. I just want to quickly give an update on what we're doing. So we are, for those who don't know, we are bringing stocks, commodities, and other synthetic assets to Celo, and we'll probably start with commodities on Celo. So let's go to next slide, please. So over the last few months, we have been building, and also we met in Lisbon last month for our offsite. So the team had not met each other for over 8 months. We've been working together, and we've never met in real life. So we had an opportunity to meet. Can we go to the next slide, please? Not seeing it. I'm not sure. Are the slides working?
Yeah, I think we're having a delay. I can also share my screen if that's better. Hold on one second here. Deepak, is that right?
Is this the? I don't see the next slide. Are people seeing the pictures?
Yes, you have some pictures up now.
Oh, for me, it's not updating for some reason. All right, I'm gonna go through. Yeah, let's see. What's the best way? Let me go through my slides. Right now, I'm on the Lisbon slide, offsite.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Okay, I'll just go through this, and then because my slides are not updating. So okay, so this is our team. We met in Lisbon. Next slide, please. And then we did hosted a community event where it was more an educational event around DeFi and how to grow your wealth, and we brought the community together. We had a lot of fun time in Lisbon, and then we had a dinner as well. Next slide, please. With a bigger community. And then let's go to the following slide. So right now I am here in Tulum, and we're forming a community around in Tulum. We just met here yesterday, It was a lot of fun. And then I just wanted to update, if you go to the next slide with the primary takeaways. So we are building a platform beyond synthetic assets. So we will be creating a DeFi hub where we want to create all the tools that will help people create wealth, and with the focus on long term. I think this is something missing in DeFi is everyone wants to become a millionaire overnight. Everyone's doing like crazy, like degen kind of things. So our goal is to create tools and also create incentivization mechanisms that will actually help people grow their wealth and think long term. And one of the things along with that is also around educating users. So this is something that we came up with during our offsite. So in that vein, I want to go to the next slide. Do a lot of these events where we don't really try to sell Kresko or any of Kresko tokens, but just to educate the Celo community around what exactly DeFi is, and how to think long term. And some of the lessons I've learned over the last 8 years in this industry, where I've lost 80% of my portfolio almost 3 times. And then what are some strategies that I've developed over that time? Next slide, please. So I do want to give a sneak peek. I hope we are on the last slide. So what we are doing is we'll be launching in mid to late March. So we have finished our audits with QuantStamp, and we are updating those, and we'll do a incentivized testnet over the next month. And yeah, we are excited. So it's taken us almost a year to reach this timeline, just because we decided not to fork any projects and decided to build a new DeFi protocol that actually matches our values and also is capital efficient, so that we help our users the best way we can. With that said, yeah, that is all my update, and I'll share a link to our website again if you want to sign up for the events that we'll be hosting over the coming days. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks so much, Deepak. Thanks for joining us here for the update. Awesome. So moving on, we have Will from Symmetric. I want to welcome you to Kuneco. Good morning.
Oh, hey, it's great to be back at Kuneco, and hello, Celo friends. I'm a little under the weather today, but I'm going to be just as chipper as I can be, telling you about some updates from Symmetric Finance. So just a quick reminder, next slide, please. We are a DEX AMM on Celo and Gnosis chain. We're not just your regular everyday DEX AMM though. We have the ability to put up to 8 assets in a pool, so multi-asset liquidity pools. And in addition, these can have weights to them, which can really help with things like impermanent loss. If we could advance those slides a little bit, we can go 2 forward. Last month here at Kuneco, I was able to announce Symmetric version 2, and we got the official announcement coming right in here last month. And the wonderful thing about this month is I am able to tell you that Symmetric version 2 is on track. And gosh, nobody ever wants to say this in this industry, but we are ahead of schedule right now. And so we're looking to start testing in February. With a hopeful rollout. Sorry, my dog is coming here today, but a hopeful rollout in March. So we're really excited about Symmetric version 2. And what Symmetric version 2 is going to bring is even more assets and pools. We're going to have up to 16 assets and pools. We're going to have the ability to do even more things like liquidity bootstrapping pools and things like that. And it's really going to bring an improved user experience and user interface, as well as we continue to develop that. You can always follow our Discord or our Telegram for continued updates. I also want to highlight a couple of our partnerships today we have going on. Of course, we are quite grateful for all the support of the Celo ecosystem overall, and Celo itself, both in DeFi for the People rewards, which are still active and will remain active on Symmetric for, well, yeah, at least a couple more months. And then we have some great partnerships with Moola Market, Ari Swap, and Poof, and more to come soon, including, I'm going to tease this one, which is coming quite soon, some themed Celo pools. So if you think about getting pools together of Celo protocols and organizations with similar missions and pooling them together, well, that's going to be a really, really cool opportunity for people to get involved, to really diversify their investments and to have an opportunity to have these sort of multi-assets all together. So we're really, really looking forward to that. And why do folks choose to come and bring liquidity over there? Well, you'll see a lot of these pools that we're offering dual rewards on are 80-20, 95-5, those sorts of pools. And these pools can really limit people's potential exposure to impermanent loss when volatility comes. So check us out. Get ready for V2. We're really excited. How can you get involved? Go ahead and flip me to our last slide, if you would. How can you get involved? Well, I will tell you, we have bounties. Lately, we've had a lot of great community participation from some really important community members that have helped us to get contracts verified for V2. I came from the community myself. Additionally, we have a DAO. And so come get involved with our DAO. That's going to continue to grow. And we're really, really building that DAO right now, and are going to grow it quite a bit. And I think you'll see some real progress on that coming up soon. You can partner with us, bring some liquidity over, give your users an opportunity to hold their tokens in pools where impermanent loss is limited. And yeah, provide liquidity, get rewards. That's that's the end game in DeFi. So come see us, Symmetric.finance. Thanks for your time today, and it's good to see all my Celo friends. Talk to you soon.
Thanks so much, Will, especially, feeling sick, so feel better, and congratulations on being ahead of schedule. That's awesome. Great. So next up, I want to invite Ashley to give an update with Resource Network. So welcome to Kuneco, Ashley.
Hi there. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we wanted to provide the update that we are now live for businesses in Austin, Texas, and Los Angeles, California, which means that businesses in those locations can apply for resource, and they can receive resource dollars that they can spend with other businesses. The cool part about that is they don't have to buy the resource dollar. They're actually just receiving it for being a business, and they're able to pay back receiving that resource dollar credit line by selling to other businesses in the network. Oh yeah, sorry, my sound is bad. We're at a retreat. So you can also apply as an ambassador, and I'll put the link in the chat as well. So as the ambassador, you can refer businesses in Austin and Los Angeles. So both of those locations are going to come online soon, and we'll now be live in Asheville, Austin, and LA. On the blockchain and staking side of things, we'll be releasing staking in Q1 of this year, so probably in about 6 to 8 weeks. Staking will mean that the source token holders stake to underwrite the credit lines of the businesses that we already have on the platform. And so you can currently participate in that by becoming a source token holder, which is on Uniswap, and we're just really grateful for the Celo ecosystem and all the support we've had in launching and going forward. Thanks.
Thank you, Ashley. I see we have a question in the chat. What kind of businesses are eligible to participate? So maybe you can share that and type it in or share real quick.
Yeah, businesses that are eligible to participate in those locations, or if they provide remote services. So we have a lot of businesses that we have in currently are health and wellness businesses, and like food businesses, spring water businesses, really any kind of local business, restaurants. It's not limited to a type of business, but we are more focused on small world or small business, Main Street businesses.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you. And welcome to Patrick from Moola. Happy New Year, Patrick.
Hey, Adriana, Happy New Year. And wow, what an exciting set of announcements and start to 2022 so far. Always love these calls because it just gets me excited about what we're building and the people that we're with. And we just released our 2022 set of intentions for this year. So I wanted to update to the community on the areas that we'll be focusing on. So there's three main areas. This first includes increasing protocol revenue. Second is improving resiliency. And the third area of focus is increasing Moo token utility. So within each of these areas of focus, we have a number of initiatives, features, and processes that we're working on. For increasing protocol revenue, Moola generates revenue based on the amount of assets that are borrowed from the protocol. And so we are going to be adding many new markets, both for Celo native tokens as well as bridge tokens. We'll be releasing more information around the process there for evaluating tokens and the cadence for that. But be on the lookout for announcements in the very near future. We're also building additional features to make borrowing easier. And we'll also be exploring new types of markets, perhaps NFT style markets. In order to improve resiliency, we're making a number of upgrades to Moola.Market infrastructure. We're introducing new processes that standardize operations as we scale, as well as getting additional access points to the Moola protocol up and running. And lastly, on Moo utility, this is incredibly important, and we anticipate providing a way for Moo owners to stake their tokens in return for yield, in return for underwriting protocol risk. We also anticipate deploying Moo governance before the end of this year. And lastly, we anticipate doing some routine maintenance in about 1 hour from now. So if you see a maintenance page up on app.moola.market, that is to be expected. Thank you, Adriana.
Great. Thank you for the updates, Patrick. Awesome. Very excited. And next up, now we have some new project launches. So I want to invite Ronan up to the stage to talk about Celo.Tax. Welcome,
Great
Ronan.
stuff. Can you hear me there, Adriana?
Yes, can hear you great.
Excellent. Well, I'm very happy to join here. I'm in Dublin today, joining Kuneco. This is Ronan here from Celo.Tax. And today we're announcing the Celo.Tax dashboard, which I am looking forward to show you right now on my screen. You can head on over and check it out yourself. It's simply www.Celo.Tax. You can connect in your wallet as follows. I'm going to connect today using the Celo extension wallet. And once you connect, you'll be shown a dashboard that will give you a summary of your rewards and a summary of your capital gains. Hopefully it'll be showing up. Here we go. The rewards are broken down by year, same with your interest income from Moola and your capital gains. You can see I had a loss there in 21 on this wallet and a small gain in 22. You'll see here you can select your base currency. I live in Ireland, so euro is my selection. And there's this big button to download a CSV file, which gives you even more detailed information about your wallet. So let's take a quick look at that here. Just opening up now a summary of transactions. You can see the first transaction listed here, which is the latest, is a send of Ube. We show the fee amount. Then moving across, we show the price of the Ube token when it was sent, the net worth amount, which is the number of tokens of Ube times the price. We do label transactions if there's staking or rewards involved. And for send transactions, we show the cost basis and realized gain. And then we have the rest of the Explorer information, which is more technical. So you might want to check that out for yourself. Two little tips before I let you go. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Celo.Tax. And if you want to get further support or have questions or feedback on the product, check out our Discord, which is right here. And that is it from Celo.Tax. I'm very pleased to have been able to present Thanks, Adriana.
Thank you, Ronan. Awesome. Just in time for our tax year starting up. So great. I wanted to move on now to Pinnata and welcome Max to the screen.
What's up, guys? I'm Max Mohammadi. This is my first Kuneco call, so I'm really glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you, Max.
Thanks to Kyle Roberts and Robert Leifka for all the great work that they do with the Pinnata protocol, formerly known as Dahlia. So yeah, I'm being introduced and onboarded right now as the tech lead, and I'm pretty much here to like fix problems with the protocol and the UI on Pinnata XYZ, and just like really maintain the community. Right now we have like a huge active Discord. Our TVL is about 1.6 million, and we have a token launch coming up on January 30th, the PIN token. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Max. Great. And yeah, congratulations to Pinnata.
Thank you.
Awesome. So next I want to invite Brian Lee for Nomspace.
Cool. Adriana, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great, Brian.
Cool. I'm going to share my screen then. Nice. Everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
now we're in mode.
Hi everyone. I'm Brian, and I'm here today to talk about Nomspace. So first, what is Nomspace? Nomspace is a global Web3 username service. And Nomspace allows anyone to read, write, own their own .nom from any chain. And Nomspace also enables users to curate their own digital gardens. So to just give you guys a demo on what that looks like, here on nom.space, you can basically search for any username, and usernames are either reserved already or open for reservation. But here I'll just look up my own. This is my Nomspace page, and basically all this data is on chain, my profile picture, my bio, my Twitter, and then here we can also see all the NFTs and tokens I own. And we think that this is really important because when you're in crypto, what you own says a lot about you and what projects you're invested or interested in. So this is basically what we've launched so far, but we're definitely thinking about allowing and showing a lot more useful information on these Nomspace pages. All right, so, oh yeah, let me also share one more thing. What's really cool about Nomspace is you can actually have your .nom replace your wallet address. And we want this to happen like everywhere you go. So on Nomspace, my wallet address is replaced with brian.nom. This actually works on Uniswap as well. So if you come here to connect your wallet on Uniswap, you'll actually see your name instead of your wallet address. Cool. Okay, coming back here. So our roadmap, Nom 2.0 upgrade, that's done. We've already done that. So all the other things are things that we're planning to do in the next 6 months. So Nom drops, a Nomstronaut builder program, partnerships, and multi-chain support. So for Nom drops, a large problem we've seen in the overall ecosystem is that a lot of new projects have a hard time building community when they don't have any to start with, or if they don't have any reputation to start with. So with this Nom drop website, this allows projects to get a list of all the existing .nom users, and they can do an airdrop to our existing community. And our community is already growing every day, but so far it has over 40,000 unique users. And we think that this is a massive useful tool, massively useful tool for new projects. Nomspace Builder Program. So this program allows anyone to, or for anybody who adds a new integration for .nom into an existing app, that person, he or she, will be eligible to get a free Nomspace vnom vouchers, which are basically vouchers to get and reserve .noms for free, and or a shout out from our team. And so the third thing is partnerships. So we're building these vnom vouchers, and we also want to make it possible for users and protocols to purchase these vouchers in bulk. And then those users and protocols can give it to their own community to get free .noms. And we think that this is so important because really we want to get noms into the hands of as many people in the world as possible. And finally, we're going multi-chain with Nomspace. So like I said, users can reserve and manage their .nom from Celo right now, but we already support reserving and managing your .nom from Avalanche, Polygon, and Phantom. And we do plan to add support for way more chains. So if you didn't know it already, you can actually literally reserve your name on these other chains by basically switching your network. And finally, I would, if you're interested in this project, I would highly encourage you to join our existing communities, whether it be Twitter, Discord, and you can find all those links at the bottom of our landing page, nom.space. And that's it from me. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Brian. This is such a cool project. Thank you for sharing with us today. Great. So next up, I want to invite Alejandra from FlyWallet to share about FlyWallet. Welcome, Alejandra.
Hi, Adriana. Thanks. Hi, everyone. I'll go ahead and share my screen. 1 second. There we go. So, hey, everyone. I'm really excited to present at Kuneco today and show you how we're taking FlyWallet and Celo to the sky together. So FlyWallet is a Web3 travel agency. Our mission is to help people responsibly afford travel by reinforcing the concept of saving towards a goal rather than incurring debt. We do this because we truly believe travel is the antidote to ignorance and the only expense that makes you richer. With 90% of people having never left their country, prices of airfare skyrocketing, and unprecedented numbers of families scattered across the globe, there's unbelievable upside in helping people pay for travel right now. So we graduated from Celo Camp. We're beneficiaries of the Celo Community Fund and backed by Flory. So we love this community. We're all about aligning our interests with other Celo projects. We support Celo's mission to make crypto mainstream and accessible to all through a familiar global use case that directly tackles the pain points of non-crypto users. We're also an off-ramp for the ecosystem. CUSD holders can now book any flight and soon be able to earn on those coins via recurrent deposits into gamified savings pools. And finally, every flight booked on FlyWallet has an impact. Profits are dedicated to offsetting carbon emissions and gifting travel to those who deserve it the most. So how can you help? You can visit pro.flywallet.io and book flights with your CUSD now. So here's how. I'll show you a quick demo. So this is the site. You can link your Valora or your MetaMask using Wallet Connect, and you'll be able to see your CUSD balance as well as any flights that you're tracking. I'm tracking one to Portugal and Dominican Republic later this year to see my family. So as you can see, you can search a flight and add it to your plan. So let's say San Francisco in April. And we offer virtual interlining, which means you'll have access to all airlines and route combinations. And when you're ready to book, you can do so directly through the platform. Your passport details will automatically pre-fill, and then you'll be prompted to confirm the transaction through your Valora. And once you book, you'll be able to see your flight itinerary and booking codes directly through the platform, so no more sifting through your emails. And this is just the beginning. Next slide. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media for more product updates and announcements. And finally, if you have an impact project or know someone in the space open to collaborating, reach out to us. And that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Alejandra. This is great. Time to start booking some travel. Love it.
Definitely.
Awesome. So next up, I want to invite Kevin to the stage to share about Coco. Hey, Kevin, so I see you in the chat, and if you have a participate button, you should be able to click that to join the stage. Okay. Well, if you don't see that button, we can, oh, okay, awesome. Welcome.
Sorry for that. Hi,
No
everyone.
worries.
I'm glad to be here. I'm calling from Caracas, Venezuela, and I'm excited to show you what we're working at. So I'm going to share my screen. Awesome. So here in the picture, you see my team. Can you see my screen now? I believe so, right?
Yes, we can see it. It's great.
Okay, so this is my team. We're backed by the Celocam, Y Combinator, Flurry Ventures. We're the team who built our Bitcoin, the first Bitcoin exchange in Venezuela. No, and as you can see, Venezuela has been one of the countries with major crypto adoption due to the economic conditions that we have. By running this service in 2014, we realized that a lot of people wanted to send money to Venezuela using cryptocurrencies, right? But it was still like kind of like not the best experience out there. So, you know, the traditional way for sending money to Venezuela would be, you know, to use a service such as a Western Union or something similar, where your family will have to go and pick up cash and then go, around town and get all the groceries or medicine they need. This, in average, would have a cost of 15% of the transaction, and you will also incur some extra expenses, you know, by having to move there in around $10. So for receiving $100, you end up spending around $25. So we built Coco Mercado, right? Like a cross-border Instacart. You go into our app, select a local supermarket or medicine, and buy the groceries that you want to send to your grandma back home. We grew to 100,000 users in more than 90 countries, all of them supporting their family in Venezuela, and we have more than 250 supermarkets and pharmacies. And what we're really excited to announce is that now we're going to allow them to send money by launching next week our app Coco Pago, which we built on during the Celo camp. We finally completed the app and got approved by the Apple Store and Play Store. It's a Venmo for sending money to your family using the Celo dollar. And pretty much instead of paying 25% in fees, you're gonna, if you want to cash it out, if you want to actually get fiat for your Celo dollars, it's gonna have a 5% cost, and you're not gonna have to go and pick it up at a far location. You're gonna get the cash delivered to your door in an hour. The same fleet that we use to deliver food right now and medicine, we're gonna use it to deliver the cash. But what we want in the long term is people don't have the need to cash out that money, but to actually use it to pay directly in more than 20,000 affiliated retail stores. This is something that we're making happen through a partnership with a large POS provider, and we're building a payment button. And this is going to have no charge for the user. We're working with El Dorado, which is another Celo startup, and CoinCoins, which is a local exchange. They help us provide liquidity to our ecosystem, and we're improving the security of our wallet. And so if there is anybody out there who is doing something around wallet security, would like to get in touch. And we're also launching a pilot in Mexico next month. So if you have something that you feel that can integrate with our ecosystem and what we're doing, we're really happy to talk to you. And if you want to try our app, just go to cocopago.app fill out this form, and we'll send you a private invitation link for you to join the app.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin. This is really exciting. Great work you guys are doing. So next up, we're going to go into some community spotlights, and I want to welcome Moola to the stage to share what's happening with different initiatives and community projects in Brazil. So welcome to Moola.
Hi, Adriana. Hi, everybody. Can you see and hear me? Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, yes, I guess. Thank you very much for having me. The idea here is just to let you know a little bit what's going on in the sunny country of Brazil. A lot has happened in around the last 8 months, and I'm thrilled to share. So in terms of community engagement, there are awesome news. The first thing is the adoption of the DeFi for the People hackathon in Brazil. Over 300 individuals or startups or even companies, they enrolled to participate and submitted around, I think, 18 projects from this. The third place NFT category came from Brazil. So we are super, super happy to see that the Brazilian community is now embracing Celo as well in a greater extent. The other thing that I would like to share is that as of now, there are so many channels available for you to communicate in Portuguese. So if you're there watching Kuneco and Portuguese is your favorite language, no problem anymore. You can follow Celo.Org.br in LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and soon enough on TikTok. And also, if you are like one startup, one company, or you want to build something on Celo, you're very much welcome to request access to host something in any of these media channels. So maybe you want to do a live, an AMA, or connect to the community. Let them know about your initiatives. Just so you know, all of these channels, they are live and available already. So I think this is great news to everybody. The other thing that I wanted to share is that there was an upgrade. Most of you already know about this, but as of now, there is the Celo Real live on mainnet. So if any of you who are building on Celo also would like to support Celo Real, we are very much looking forward to understand who are like these first supporters that we are very much, or adopters that we are very much looking forward to address. I don't know if anybody knows about this, but the Brazil startup scenario has grown in investments 800% in only 4 years. So it's a very cool place if you want to, meet new people, new clients, or new communities. It is so open and looking forward to have all of you join. Another great announcement that you can have on Brazil's side maybe is this idea that this first adopters of Celo Real should be live anytime soon, bringing some of these initiatives to the local market. Also, I wanted to share with you, if I can, a very short clip video about the first community happy hour that we had in Brazil. So if you can take a look at this. So that was it. We're very much looking forward to see who the first and early adopters of Celo Real to real world use cases are. If you do so, please connect to me or anybody through the forums and say, hey, let us use the social media channels to amplify this news on Celo Network. So thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you so much, Moola. This is so exciting. It's great to see all the activity happening in Brazil. So thank you for joining. And next up, we're going to do a spotlight on scalability. So I want to invite Evan from Mysten Labs and also Mariano from C Labs team here to share. Welcome.
Hi. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if you have Evan here?
Hey, I'm here.
Cool. So next slide, please. Can we move to the next slide? Oh, I'm not seeing that.
I think we're just having a short delay.
Okay.
In the ethers.
Okay, I can start anyway. But so hi, I'm Mariano from the blockchain team here at C Labs, and I wanted to chat about like scalability. So what is scalability? At least what it is for us right now. We are thinking about how we can actually scale the number of transactions per second that we can process. You know? And you might ask, like, okay, why is that important? So actually, you can imagine that it's like a supply and demand problem. No? So the capacity is what actually allow us to have very cheap transactions. So if you have extra capacity, then transactions are cheap. If you are saturated, well, transactions are going to become more expensive. So scalability is a problem that you need to continually solve so that you are always ahead of the curve. You are always have more capacity than your actual demand. And for that, we see the problem as like thinking in 3 different tracks. So we think like short term, what can we do in the short term scenario so that it's actually going to improve scalability? And because you are trying to do short term things, you are always going to try to make no big changes, no? So no huge architectural changes, but improvements to the protocol or the code that could give you some kind of speed up. But again, you are not going to spend like huge changes there. The second thing is more thinking of midterm, no? So what can we do like in a longer period of time? In that, one of the actual things that we are exploring is like how we actually Celo can incorporate layer 2 systems. I don't know if you are familiar, but so if you think like the blockchain, it's called like layer 1, it's the infrastructure layer. You also have like the idea of adding a system on top, layer 2, that is going to give you the ability to offload some of the transactions from this layer 1 to the layer 2. And that's a very interesting technology and something that we definitely want to explore within Celo. For us, layer 2 could be many things. It could be a general purpose. We are thinking actually first on like considering the idea of payments first, because we see payments as one of like the biggest use cases for Celo. And finally, there is actually the long-term gain, no? So how do you have like this real solution or final solution to scalability? That definitely is going to imply some kind of like rethinking about the architecture and how we actually solve the problem of the system. For that, I actually have here Evan from Mysten Labs, whom we partner with Mysten Labs to actually solve this problem. And yeah, I'll leave it to Evan to talk about Narwhal and move and like this thing. You can move to the next slide, please.
Hi, everyone. Great to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm co-founder and CEO of Mysten Labs. Very excited to be working with the Celo folks, C Lab in particular. Before the slides come out, I'll just talk a little bit about Narwhal, what came about. So Narwhal came from this understanding, one of the bottlenecks in Byzantine fault tolerance consensus systems is that we're combining transaction dissimulation as well as ordering. Transaction ordering that creates 2 bottlenecks, and that's the common architecture for just about everything that's on the market today. So Narwhal is a high-performance transaction mempool that basically separates the task of dissemination and sending the transaction to all the different validators, all the different nodes of the network from the task of transaction ordering. So that is a new intuition we have. I'll talk about kind of what does that mean in terms of kind of a throughput and execution speed, and what is coming up next. Right now, we're working together on integrating Narwhal into, the Celo core, replacing IBFT core that you're currently using. So that should provide significant improvement on the consensus throughput. And later on, we can add task to deal with the scenario where there's faults on the network. because they're just to deal with some other complications on that. So once that's done, we expect the end-to-end transaction throughput to be limited not by the consensus anymore, but rather by the performance execution. EVN has some issues on the parallelisms, limitation on parallelism and execution speed, and that's where the Move kind of work come into place. Now, Move is a programming language that we designed as part of the the Facebook DM project a while ago, and it's a security-first programming language for smart contracts, and also designed to be formally verifiable. On the performance front, we have done a lot of work on parallel execution, so that's where it comes in. So once we establish the execution layer becomes a bottleneck for performance, Move will make a significant improvement on the overall throughput of the system by parallelizing execution. Obviously, we're very excited about people using Move, not just for scalability reason, just because it's a better programming language and Solidity, anything else out there. I can go into a long speech why Move is better, but that's perhaps for another time. The exciting thing we're doing here is have Move and EVN coexist on the Celo system. That would be a first kind of in the industry. So we give a developer a pass to try out a new programming language. Maybe they find out, with the proper language and tooling, writing smart contract code is no longer so scary. So that's the other benefit we have. But yeah, this is exciting. So we're going to see two language, two runtime coexist on the system, at the same time improving the execution throughput. So that is a quick update, a quick explanation of the collaboration between Mysten and C-Labs. Back to Mariano, or?
That's great. Yeah, so if that is the completion of scalability, we're going to move into community announcements. And Mariano, I know you have an update for us with regards to the core community as well as Yaz. So I want to invite you both to the stage. Welcome.
Yeah, so me again. I guess we are still with the delay. So what's coming next? Expresso is coming next. We are having our next hard fork happening in the next few weeks. It's called Expresso, and it's going to happen around February 8th. So what is a hard fork? And I guess always nice to explain that it's not really a scary thing that breaks things. It's actually a planned upgrade. So it's a moment where the chain upgrades the protocol, and basically it's an opportunity to improve and change things. So what does that mean for us? What is in Expresso? Well, first of all, as I said before on scalability, well, actually we are achieving, right now we think it's around 30% faster transaction processing. That's going to allow us to, again, provide more scalability. This is something that it's mostly due to the block context CIP. So there's on the slides all links to the whole CIP that you can check. Another thing that is also important for us, it's Ethereum compatibility. So we always try to be as close as Ethereum, so to make the interaction as easy as possible, either for user and for developers. That also implies that we need to keep advancing and keep implementing the changes that they are done on Ethereum. So I know if you are familiar, but Ethereum has done actually 2 recent hard forks. One is London, the other is Berlin. And so for us, we had to bring all those changes from the Ethereum community to our project. And that implied basically bringing a year of changes from Ethereum into Celo, which is definitely not an easy feat. So we are happy that we are now able to do that, and Express is going to include all the changes there. There's one particular change there that it's actually quite worth mentioning, which is the EIP 1559. If you follow the crypto tree, you'll probably notice that it's been discussed all over. And first of all, what's interesting is actually Celo has implemented EIP 1559 from day one. So the day we launched mainnet, we also had already an implementation of that. The difference, if you're familiar, is that instead of burning Celo with every transaction, what we do is send Celo to the community fund, which is a fund that it's going to help and aid like to develop the community projects and developers on that. So Expresso, what it's doing actually, it's updating our spec to follow a bit more of Ethereum, not in that part, but in part of like how the transactions are managed, so that it's basically interchangeable. And finally, I also wanted to talk about this optional replay transaction protection. So basically what happened here is that on Donut, we made a change. No, there is a feature that it's a replay protection. What is that? When you send a transaction on a chain, if you don't take measures, it could be used on another chain with the same address. So that's potentially a security vulnerability. For us, we decided to make that mandatory on Donut so that you are always protected against that case. The problem is that it's actually useful not to have it for some projects whenever they want to try to replicate the same behavior on two different chains. For example, Superfluid and Orchid Network have a need of that. So Expresso right now, it's actually rolling back that chain and we are making it optional again. That doesn't imply that you are not protected. You are, because every wallet actually uses that. But that it's optional, and if a developer in some case wants not to use it, they can. With that, I'm going to leave it to Yas to talk a bit more about how we are approaching Expresso.
Thank you, Mariano. Yeah, so can we go to the next slides, please? Yeah, so I'm currently based in, I just moved to Colombia for a few weeks, only because I want to source out the different kind of coffee bean in preparation for the espresso hard fork. There's a lot of good coffee quality out there. And yeah, we're really excited about that. So right now, we launched the first version, like the first release for the hard fork, like for on the Celo blockchain, thanks to Mariano and his team. And that first version is out there. And I began coordinating with entire validator group in order to start activating. So the good news here is it's getting started, validators are upgrading as we speak, and we should be on schedule to activate on February 8th, right? If based on what Mariano is saying, we had a lot of content in the past to explain what a hard fork is and the mechanics, especially around Donut. I would recommend anyone interested to check out this old blog post we had on Donut about how do hard forks work from a mechanism perspective and why it's a big deal and why it's an important, event for the entire network. We're going to have another blog post hopefully next week, talk about Espresso specifically, and we're really excited to get it released out there. The other thing that we want to cover is also at the day of the hard fork, we're going to have what we call, the hard fork watch party. So if you haven't been to a watch party before, we had a really fun one for Donut. If you're really interested in seeing the video playback, this is the video playback of the one from before. It was like a really fun event. We all got together as a community. There was a countdown clock right before the hard fork activated on Donut. And we all, chanted together and kind of like a New Year's Eve countdown. And we're going to do the same kind of thing for Espresso. So stay tuned for any more update that we have for the Espresso countdown. And if you really want to, attend, you'll get a free NFT out of it. There's no monetary value to that NFT. It's just an attendance and NFT for attending, the hard fork watch party. And finally, one final update that we have right after this call, like in fact, it starts in about a few minutes, so I'm probably going to be late, but I'm going to go to the next call. We have the governance call. The governance call after Kuneco, we'll be discussing a lot of important points, including the Celo Reserve 40% allocation commitment to nature-backed asset, among other important topics. So if you want to attend the call right after this call, feel free to attend. Here's the agenda. And with that, I'll throw it back to Adriana. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks all. That's great. So yeah, core community call is coming up next, and we just have a few more items here. So I want to invite Brandy up to the stage for some dev updates.
Hello, hello. Good to see you. I'm so excited. What wonderful stuff going on in the Celo community. I'm expecting that everybody can hear me. Are we good?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Awesome. Okay, I have a quick slide deck. Adriana, can I go ahead and share that real quick? Some good news that I want to share with everybody in the community. This last year was fantastic. Okay, going to share that slide deck. Give me 1 minute here.
It's all good.
And it is all good until it comes up with permissions. It's like, oh my gosh. 1 minute. Hopefully it works. Can you see?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So this is a quick update, really emphasizing the year of 2021 for the community and the Celo ecosystem. I'm just so proud of everybody and the opportunities for developers. Obviously, I'm Brandy with DevRel. I have the privilege to work with some fantastic team members. You heard from Yaz, great work there, Yaz. And it shows, the work shows. So let me just give you a little bit about what's been happening. In the last year, we've been improving developer documentation, refactoring efforts, meaning we're going through our documentation. This is actually quite a heavy lift because there's so much information out there for you. With that, the results of this effort has been a 743% increase in page views. That means developers and alike are checking out our hard work. So start of the year, 84,000 page views, 708, 635 at the end of the year. That is amazing. Next up, active and non-empty developer repositories. And this is showing that not only are developers reviewing the documentation, but they're building 122% increase. This is repository reporting straight from GitHub. So we started out at 418, we ended with 930 on the year. Next up, Celo mono repo repository efficiency. Why is this important? Well, if you're going through the code base and you want to go ahead and contribute, you like clean code. You also like to have reduced code, focus on the functionality of the repository. So in the last year, I'm pleased to announce it's 50% leaner code base. This is great. And once again, reported straight from GitHub. I was looking at it, the lines of codes around 600,000, reduced down to 300,000. An amazing work to the blockchain team and everybody at C Labs. Once again, the active developers, obviously DevRel, we care about you guys and girls and everybody so much. 612% increase. Like, wow, is that just amazing or what? I would like to share with you that these were reported by Electric Capital, and we have several metrics that are being reported with various and the numbers. Start of the year from Electric Capital showed about 115, end of year 819. I want to say this is probably underreported because we have some additional metrics to show massive growth here, but to me, let's report the minimum, and I just got to say 612%. I'm proud of everybody. Well done. Well done. Celo ecosystem is definitely being impactful. Discord registered users. We know everybody likes to go into Discord, join up in a community, and we're there to help you out. 376% increase. And this is also a testament to some of the hard work that the Celo Foundation has done with DeFi for the People, our recent hackathon with over 2,000 participants. Those users utilize Discord, developers and users alike. Start of the year, that was like around 3,092 users. We ended it at 14,723 registered users within Discord. Well done to the community. All right, YouTube subscribers. This is important. Everybody loves YouTube. You got a problem, you're going to YouTube, you're checking it out. I find this as an amazing metric for the community, showing the growth and adoption of Celo at a 433% increase in YouTube subscribers. Huge, huge kudos to everybody. Start of the year, 629 were registered there. We ended it at 3,350. 2021 definitely was impactful. even when it comes down to Reddit. We all know Reddit is a fantastic forum to find out information from the community and share it. 2,132% increase. It's just amazing at the growth with Reddit. We start off at 318, end of the year at 7,100. Next up, DApps, 456% increase in DApps available to you today to utilize on Celo. Some super cool projects. You should definitely check them out if you haven't. Go to celohub.org/apps to review these. Start of year is around 16 projects. We ended it at 89, ready to go for you to start playing. Network activity. Of course, this all comes down to network activity, because every time that we make growth within our adoption cycle, network activity is going to improve. What do those numbers look like? 5,283% increase. Just amazing. I'm just like so blown away at these numbers. And I had to double check, triple check. I'm utilizing explorer.celo.org to see the most up-to-date information. So the start of the year, 1.7 million transaction, 92 million at the end of the year. Holy Toledo. What amazing growth. This resulted in Celo becoming a top 5 layer 1 EVM. Like, just amazing work to all the developers out there, community members. We love you. Keep on building. It's paying off. We're top 5 layer 1, and we have a fantastic future moving forward from here. I'm just proud of everybody from C Labs, the Celo Foundation, the community, and the developer ecosystem. It's just so strong. I want to end right here because this, to me, this means so much. A top 5 EVM. Well done to everybody. Well done. This is just great work. And you know, Adriana, it has been an amazing journey. So I just want to share that with the community. And the DevRel team working hard. We have so much more for you coming this year. An amazing roadmap. We look forward to sharing additional information as we grow together.
Thank you so much, Randy. That is, those are some great numbers, and congratulations to the whole community. It's great to see the results in the numbers. So thank you. And now I want to welcome Renee for a very special announcement for the community. Take it away, Renee.
Hey everyone, happy 2022. The year's already off to a crazy good start. What an amazing set of announcements. I'm really pumped. One thing, as you all know, one of Celo's key values is connectedness, and the pandemic has made it a little bit hard to really exercise that. And so I couldn't be more excited about what I'm about to announce, which is we're preparing to get everyone together in Barcelona in the first week of April for a big Celo conference. I think there's a slide for that. Let's see if we have it. Yeah, exciting, exactly.
We'll get there.
So, you know, in sort of a typical Celo spirit, we want to really co-create this conference with all the founders in the ecosystem and make it something that's special, not like any other conference. The team started working on this at the end of last year, and I've seen the venue they found and some of the early preparations, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait. So for now, go to this site, and you know, this is kind of our first announcement. More details to come in the coming weeks, but make sure to keep that first week of April open. You know, I know that at least from the Celo Foundation and possibly also C Labs and Valora, some of the teams are maybe also planning their own offsites around this time. And so there's going to be the whole Celo family in town, likely for the week before and maybe even for a few days after. And so the goal really is to just have everyone in the same place and have tons of great events, get to meet projects that maybe we've only gotten to know virtually here in Kuneco, and just have a lot of fun together and celebrate the success so far and what's to come. So with that, I know we're over time. Super excited. Stay tuned for announcement. Go to this website and ping me if you want to help co-create and be involved.
Absolutely. Thank you, Renee. This is so exciting. And yes, an opportunity to use FlyWallet for sure. So look forward to seeing everyone there. And we do have one final announcement, which is the Community Builder Award winner for this month. So I just want to thank everyone for submitting your nominations, and we can go on to the next slide for this. So drum roll, please, on the Community Award winner. And you can advance it for the name. Drum roll, please. Lorenzo from Celo Punks. So Celo Punks obviously has been really taking Twitter and our community by storm. We love Celo Punks. Lorenzo, congratulations to you and your team. And I will be in touch with you for your 1,000 Celo. So congratulations. And so with that, I just want to thank everyone for coming today to Kuneco. This is a monthly call. We do have a form if you want to submit updates to share for the next all hands, our next community call, or you can post it in the community events channel on Discord. I will be monitoring that. And join us on Discord at chat.celo.org. And also celo.org/community. This link here will take you to the events calendar. So this has everything from Kuneco to the governance calls and everything happening around the Celo ecosystem. Also post in the channel on Discord if you have an event happening in the community that you would like posted to this calendar. I manage that calendar. I'm happy to add it there. So with that, have a beautiful rest of your day. Meet us on Discord, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.